in the heart of the glorious Ashanti kingdom, where gold glitters not just in the mines but in the very spirit of its people. A story of love, as timeless as the Adinkra symbols, was about to unfold. Tonight was the grand Durbar, a night shimmering with anticipation. The air was thick with the scent of shea butter and exotic perfumes, the rhythmic pulse of the phantom from drums echoing the heartbeat of a kingdom. All eyes were on him, the heir to the golden stool, Prince Osei, a man whose grace was as renowned as his warrior spirit. Every noble family had presented their daughters, each a jewel adorned in the finest kenta cloth, their necks heavy with beads of gold and glass. They were the roses of the kingdom, each hoping to be chosen. The prince's dance was more than just a dance. It was a symbol, a declaration, a hint of the future queen. The royal court buzzed with whispers and predictions. Who would it be? The fiery daughter of the war chief? The wise and gentle daughter of the linguist? The anticipation was a tangible force, a current running through the assembled crowd. Prince Osei, his presence commanding yet serene, surveyed the room. His gaze swept past the dazzling displays of wealth and status, past the practiced smiles and expectant glances. He was looking for something more, something genuine, a melody his soul could recognize. And then he saw her. In a quiet corner, away from the glittering center, stood Akua. She wasn't draped in the most extravagant kente, nor was she weighed down by layers of gold. Her beauty was of a different kind, simple, pure, and radiant. It shone from her eyes, a deep well of kindness and strength. Her dress, a simple but elegant wrap of indigo and white, stood out in its quiet confidence. She was like a rare orchid discovered in a forest of baobabs. A hush fell over the great hall as the prince began to move. He didn't walk towards the center, where the most prominent ladies were gathered. Instead, he glided past them, his steps deliberate, his eyes fixed on the corner. The drumming softened. The whispers died. Every soul in the hall held their breath, following his path. He stopped before Akua. She looked up, her eyes wide with a mixture of surprise and disbelief. Was the prince of all Ashanti truly standing before her? A gentle smile touched his lips. He extended his hand, his voice clear and warm, cutting through the silence. "May I have this dance?" Akua's heart hammered against her ribs. She placed her hand in his, a perfect fit. As he led her to the center of the hall, a collective gasp rippled through the crowd. The chosen one was not a princess of a neighboring state or a daughter of a powerful chief, but Akua, a woman known for her kindness and grace, not her lineage. As they began to dance the Adawa, their movements were fluid, a conversation without words. It was as if they had danced together in 1,000 dreams before this night. In that moment, under the watchful eyes of the entire kingdom, a connection was forged. It was more than just a dance. It was the first note in a love song that would face the fiercest storms. But a love born in the spotlight is destined for trials. The royal court was a viper's nest of ambition and jealousy. Whispers turned into venomous accusations. "She's a nobody," some sneered. "A commoner with a pretty face, she's bewitched him," others claimed. The Council of Elders, guardians of tradition, were skeptical. They questioned Akua's background, her family, her suitability to one day wear the crown of the Queen Mother. The pressure on the prince was immense. He was urged to reconsider, to choose a bride who would bring strategic alliances and wealth, not just a love match that defied convention. Scandals were manufactured, designed to tear them apart. Rumors were spread like wildfire, painting Akua in the darkest of shades. A jealous cousin of the prince concocted a story, accusing Akua of meeting another man in secret. Another noble lady, scorned by the prince's choice, paid a diviner to prophesy doom for the royal family if the union proceeded. Akua found herself isolated, judged by 1,000 eyes, her every move scrutinized. The weight of the crown she had not yet worn was already pressing down on her. Many in her position would have crumbled, would have fled from the relentless glare of the court. But Akua's spirit, forged in humility and strength, would not be so easily broken. And Prince Osei's love was her shield. He stood by her, a mountain against the hurricane of controversy. In front of the council, he declared his choice was not a fleeting infatuation, but a decision of his heart and soul. Her heart is her lineage, he proclaimed, and her character is her dowry. She is more royal in spirit than many who boast of their blood. He publicly challenged the rumors, demanding proof and exposing the lies one by one. His unwavering loyalty only deepened their bond. They found strength in each other's arms, their love becoming a quiet rebellion against the rigid expectations of their world. Every challenge they faced, every scandal they weathered, was like fire tempering steel, making their connection stronger, more resilient. Their love story became a legend whispered from mother to daughter, a tale told by firelight. It was a story of how true love, when anchored in respect and courage, can challenge tradition and rewrite destiny. It taught the people of Ashanti that the true measure of a person is not found in their title or their gold, but in the content of their character and the depth of their heart. The dance that started on that fateful night continued through life, a dance of two souls intertwined, facing the world together. Their love didn't just survive the challenges, it thrived on them, blooming into one of the greatest love stories the kingdom had ever known, a testament to the power of a prince who chose with his heart and the woman who was worthy of a king. Thank you so much for joining me on this journey into the heart of Ashanti. If you were captivated by this story of love and courage, please hit that like button, and don't forget to subscribe for more tales from history and legend. We'd love to have you in our community. Until next time, stay curious.